Come on, arsewipe.
However, before both could fight, a woman stepped forward and placed a firm grip on Malik's shoulder. That's enough, Malix.
What? Who do you think you're speaking to, woman? I'm fucking Santa!
I'm Mrs. Claus, bitch. The girl's who's going to be helping you kill them. Just not now.
Not now!
I stared as the girl spoke down to Malix. She looked the same, just like pure evil. However, she seemed to be
tanned?
I mean, to be fair, that's Trump levels of tan.
Yeah.
And they have slightly pointy ears, which makes,
They're elves
evil.
with fake tan.
The elves with fake tan.
Oh man, why isn't that in Shadowrun?
Oh, it is somewhere.
Oh, it is now, yeah.
I stared as the girl spoke down to Malix. She looked the same, just like pure evil. However, she seemed to be concerned for Malix or for me. There's 5 of them, 2 of us, and even we came back with a gang, they can have the police surrounded by the human police.
Then we shoot everyone!
With my gun that doesn't work! Think, if we shoot everyone... I feel like she's his community social worker. Think, if we shoot everyone, we'll be hunted, and it'll be a matter of time before makeshift paladins come and try to exorcise us.
They got like armor made out of bin lids and
so.
unholy symbols made out of stuff they found in a 20p machine.
Probably.
By the power of a really shit knockoff Pokemon keyring, I can barely. Grrr!
The 2 growl at each other. If they could have used their magic, I would have sensed that fire would glow from under their teeth.
That's gingivitis, mate.
Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife. Because that's how fingers work.
Wait, look, you're not T1, T2000 or whatever it's called. It's T2000 and 1000.
I think 1000 is Arnie. So
so T2000 is Liquid Boy.
Yeah.
Liquid Boy.
Liquid Boy. It's the least metal version of that character. I'm Liquid Boy.
Liquid Boy. I'm Mercury Boy. What do you do? Well, I make people feel ill at room temperature. Oh, okay. You're the shittiest X-Men. Okay. Oh, let's be fair, that'd be far from the shittiest X-Men.
No, to be fair, they're a lot shittier than that.
Jubilee. I can make VCRs break.
I can make fireworks.
Yay! Why am I in this series so much?
I can make bright lights and loud pops.
Oh, gotta be like X-Men First Class, where virtually any of them, apart from the biggest of the big bads, could be just. Most of them could be replaced in effect by man with gun.
Yeah, more effectively, man with gun.
Yeah. I mean, there's the guy who can teleport, but the thing is, he doesn't actually seem to use it to sneak anywhere.
Well, no, he's too super Catholic to fucking sneak anywhere.
No, not him. Is spoilers now, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
The one who looks even more like Satan.
Well, yeah. To be fair, Nightcrawler does just teleport through hell.
Yeah.
Every time he does it, it's sort of like, it's just like, where do you go? I don't know. It turns out it's hell. No wonder I'm pretty fucking Catholic.
Oh, that's why it smells like sulphur.
Anyway.
I love that that's literally is why it smells of sulphur.
It is,
because it is sulphur. Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good. Ho, ho, ho!
Then Malix turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
Don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Hello, police. I'd like to report an intrusion.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we're going to do phone the police. I feel like that might be
Well, apparently they're worried about the police, so demons can't be that fucking powerful.
No, but then there'll be paladins after them.
Makeshift paladins. What, is it a young priest and an old priest, or is it just someone with a big stick? Or what? A holy stick. Because that's how someone's going to use a piece of the true cross. They're going to beat them over the head with it.
With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again.
So why did Grandad have a demonic ward on the house?
That's a good question.
It's the only one that stops demonic magic, but they've been using their abilities.
Maybe those are just innate. Maybe it's not magic.
That
Maybe it's just the laws of physics works differently.
That doesn't count because reasons.
Yeah.
Basically.
I felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me. Could you stop fainting, please?
I mean, if you could go more than 10 minutes, it'd be nice. Whoa, you right?
Yeah, why was he here?
Oh, I wonder, the guy who was threatening to shoot them, going, "Oh, you fucks! I'm going to kill you now like I tried to earlier." Why was he here? Fucking idiot. He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here. We should have stopped him and finished it here. For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. Couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon, like you guys are?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
Because those are so different.
Oh, I hate it when people do them differently.
A devil? There's a difference?
You mean they look and act exactly the same, but one of them's got a slightly different hat? Which one is that? Yeah. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the abyssal planes. Devils, however, come from the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell. Despite us not being human, we're very different creatures.
Yeah, so different.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. We're just magical rapists. What? Demons like us know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid. That just sounds like racism, to be honest.
It does feel a bit like... No wonder they're trying to murder you, because you're all just magical racists. Hey! See what I did?
Oh, man, I love it. Yeah, twist. They're just actually after the incubi for what they did to their people.
Yeah.
Who's talking now? Devils follow orders from higher up in their order. Their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
Oh, which is why the hellbound magic
is
a thing, because you're not from hell. You're from the abyssal planes.
They're just from a place that's dark orb and deep down.
D&D fucking did a
from
number
the dungeon dimensions. I wish D&D hadn't.
Yeah.
When it comes to be honest, most kind of planio is the term, isn't it? Anything from a different plane. I wish D&D had done it differently. Or just hadn't and let other people do it instead.
Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want, to be fair. This was all so confusing. Demons and devil and magic all existed, and I happened to land in the middle of it. What do we do? Well, you do nothing. They fuck off.
Oh, but they can't... Well, no, I was about to say... The thing is, she can't leave until that devil's dealt with, because he now knows that she's their mate. So...
But no.
So they've got her in the shit. Because he'll just, I'll just keep her in the house and starve her to death, then if you don't come out.
I guess, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you. Oh, so she can leave.
Doesn't sound like it.
Your grandfather must have cursed it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense his aura around your body.
Ew. Couldn't believe my ears. It was the third day of surprises, and this one took the cake in being the most surprising.
I just love the way it's escalated already from, so you're non-humans with magical powers, to, oh yes, there's an entire multiverse.
Yeah, well, my favourite is the most surprising thing is that there is a multiverse. Not that incubi exist.
Yeah.
Definitely this is the most surprising, that other things also exist. What did I get myself into?
You didn't get yourself into anything. They came at you. All choice of words, but, you know. Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud. Yeah, I want to kick his ass right now. Until then, I would sex you as much as I can. If Maddox comes back, we'll be here for you.
What about going outside? Won't he...
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Maddox attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'll just be like any other human you can fight back against. Oh, so you'll just get annoyed.
Unless he has the weird power of being able to grab her hair.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid he puts his arm around her and stops her arms from moving. That gets women every time.
Yeah. Yeah. So, didn't you say you knew Taekwondo? Which obviously kicked in then, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Malex. Not the rapists, though. Just Malex. Yeah. Still, I couldn't help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malex did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. Had to find out. At least I had time. Green apples is an achievement. So, anyway.
Aren't green apples not as ripe as red apples? Is that where this is going?
That's not how... No. It's only if it's a red apple tree.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that whoever made the game is weird.
True. I went to bed that night feeling nervous.
Oh my God, sorry, I was just looking at the perspective of the room and then look how the lamp hangs.
Huh.
We're apparently on a boat.
What the hell? Okay.
In the tiny master bedroom, which apparently was decorated to her grandfather's tastes.
Obviously, yes. Yeah. Went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target.
Despite what the incubi said, I felt like a target.
To something I'd never been able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this all even happen? Should I really meddle with the situation?
I'll just throw muffins at him. Then he'll get depressed and leave.
They're only staying until after they defeat Malex. That's right, they said they'd only stay until after they defeat Malex. I thought that twice and had to say it twice in as many sentences. After that, my life could go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. Question was then, would I want them to leave? The magical rapists. If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own.
Hire people.
Or hire people. I'd have to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life. Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I had no way to hide from my responsibilities. Enough. Let's just sleep and deal with tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it.
You know how she's now independently wealthy from her parents, right? Because of all the stuff she inherited.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah? Does that mean that she could basically just, use it to send manure to them or something? Until they leave her alone. We're going to cut you off. I'm a millionaire. Well, yeah, but yeah. Stop filling my car with poo. And stop sending us bees. I promise to be with you forever. You're so important to me. I swear I'll give my life to you. Please let me love you. I'll be by your side always.
We know who that is.
I can't imagine living without you. I want to be with you. I love you.
Slowly open my eyes, letting the voice of my dream echo in my head, force me awake. Rub my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock. 7 a.m. Why am I up so early? Like it's a normal hour.
I don't know, maybe the massive window of the light coming in has something to do with it.
I fell back onto the bed and closed my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why?
Wow.
Too early to even be alive. Oh, shut up. I get up earlier than that for work.
She didn't exactly go to bed late.
No. I gave up and sat up, staring at the fireplace across from my bed. A sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 a.m. in the morning? Well, try, shower, get dressed, eat breakfast. That usually helps.
Oh, explore the house. A thing might occur.
Ooh. I decided it was a good idea to wander the house. I never really explored much as a child, so there were bound to be new surprises. Well, come on, feet. Let's go on an adventure. I talk to my feet. And
Come on, lefty and righty. Okay.
Righty doesn't say much.
No, well, righty's mute, so.
I stood next in my room, and hoping the boys were still asleep, I began to wander the halls on my end of the house, opening each door to find what room each door led to.
Oh, a bottomless pit.
Quickly, I found an old office, a desk and chair sat by the far side, as large bookshelves of documents and memorabilia donned its nooks and crannies, and were a couple of pictures of me growing up peeking up from the shelf as I walked further into the room. I don't believe I've been here before, I said to myself, loudly. I tried to recall memories of ever seeing this room, coming up with nothing as a result. This room was new to me. Did I want to disturb the furniture?
Yeah.
I'm curious. I gently opened the shelves and any drawers, and I saw in the room. In a couple of them were books and even sewing kits. I assumed they were used for my grandfather's toys, so I left them alone. One drawer, however, was locked, no matter how many times I pulled.
That is how locks work, yes.
Grr, come on, open! Nothing. It would not budge. The drawer beside it, though, did revealing a laptop.
Oh, God, how old is it?
Why is there a laptop in a drawer? Where are you actually going to keep your laptop if you don't want it on the floor?
Shelf, drawer, tabletop. That's it, really.
Yeah. I lifted it from the drawer and carried it on to the desk chair, opening it. It was a high-end laptop with a retina scanner as a pass lock.
Jesus Christ.
I was not sure whether I'd try to unlock it or not.
Right, we're going to have to go grave robbing.
Yep, try it. I decided to try, turned on the computer and leaned my face near the retina scanner, lining up the camera with my eye. To my surprise, I heard a ping come from the computer screen before the computer screen opened to a desktop.
It just goes ding. It comes up with a text that says, nope.
Look at that. On the desktop, documents, folders labelled with different aspects of the Anderson company. Taxes, profits, bylaws, products. Lists went on and on. If I did want to become the CEO of Anderson Toys Company, I had everything about it at my fingertips. Dad would sure be impressed. One icon, however, stood out from the rest. Vorego. I double-clicked the icon, but no window came up. Instead, I heard a large click come from the drawer that was locked. What the... I slowly left my seat and walked over to the drawer, attempting to open it again. It slid open smoothly in the direction of my pulling hand, revealing two books. One was a plain back journal with a tie to keep it closed. The other was bound in leather with cryptic symbols all over the cover.
Oh, an Necronomicon. Oh, awesome.
I took out the journal and skimmed through it, seeing my grandfather's notes. There were detailed explanations and opinions on his findings in demon magic. Oh, he really did know about magic.
Oh, man, I wonder if he got so successful at making a pact with the devil and then warded the house.
That would be hilarious.
Fuck you!
I sat down on the desk and read through the journal further, finding drawings and sketches of symbols and magic circles, each with their own different meanings and effects. It was all fascinating. There was even a page of important spells to know. I read through them, trying to memorise them into my mind, instead of out of my mind. Don't know what came over me, but I started to feel more energetic and more powerful simply reading my grandfather's notes. I was suddenly aware of all the energy that surrounded my body and the power that was around the house. The more I read, the more powerful I became. However, my mind...
easy to be a wizard. Okay.
My mind suddenly froze and I found myself walking back to the drawer, putting the book back and closing the drawer. The lock reset and I snapped out of it. What? I shook my head and looked at the drawer, realising what I had done. Walked over to the desk to reopen the lock, but suddenly felt the need to stop. Something held me back, and I didn't want to pry any more than I already had. I was curious beyond belief, but I obeyed my thoughts for now. No, dear viewer, you don't get to see all of this because I said so, says the game. Eventually, I'd come back and look into it. But not now, when I'm really interesting. I returned to bed.
The achievement unlocked was curiosity is in the family. What?
So is incest. I returned to my bed feeling the weight of my morning drag me under from the covers to try sleeping again. I had energy, but I wanted more sleep. It was Sunday and nothing was happening today. Come on, eyes. Back to sleep. I shut my eyes and tried to slow my breathing. Looked at my phone to check the time.
With their eyes closed.
Yep, point. It was noon, yet it felt like I had slept for much longer. Why is time going so slowly? I sighed, got changed into normal clothes, and went to the main hall and sat on the stairs. Sundays were boring. However, the muffled sounds of battle caught my attention. Looks like they must be training. Quickly went out to the backyard in response to the noise I had heard. In the yard were all 5 of the boys practicing fighting. Sam was in the middle with the other 4 surrounding him, throwing punches and kicks at him. Sam, being the strongest of the bunch, blocked and dodged each almost masterfully.
I don't really care.
No. I'll watch.
To be honest, just fighting more isn't actually going to make you any better.
No.
You're not going to learn anything.
I just watched. The boys were very much in their own world, focusing on the training they were all in. It was better not to disturb them. Checked the time and decided to head inside to the kitchen. I was getting hungry and I'm sure the boys would need to eat soon. Best come in and make lunch then, hadn't they? So lunch was a must.
Oh, great. So you're their servant now. Oh, good.
Don't think that was the deal somehow. Might as well make lunch today. It's been a while since I cooked. Lunch wasn't particularly hard. I decided to make...
Okay. When you say cook, how much effort are we actually putting in? And like, is it cooking the pizza or is it just taking one out of the freezer? So, fuck it, I'll just bung a pizza in the oven. They can sort it out themselves. Or is it shitty ham sandwiches? As in, we've somehow got the worst quality ham available, despite being the kitchen of a millionaire, with a remarkably low... Is that a coffee maker? The machine on the... below pizza.
Oh, I guess so.
It's very low.
It is. I guess it's wheelchair accessible, maybe? Let's actually cook
rest
something.
Of the kitchen isn't.
Let's cook chicken and rice.
You know what? I think this is the first time I've ever seen a whisk hung up next to the... Well, yeah. I mean, I can see why.
I mean, you wouldn't hang it up on your wall.
Because... Well, no, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's
you need
all
a
right.
lot of spare counter space. But...
And
isn't that knife block the wrong way around? Because you'd have to reach through the whisk.
Yeah, and every time you pulled out a knife, you'd risk slitting your own wrists.
Yeah.
Got to keep their energy and strength up with protein.
Meat!
I took my time to make the almost perfect chicken breasts, along with some rice. Cooking wasn't hard unless you didn't know what you were doing in the first place.
Well done. It's only hard if you have no idea what you're doing.
I placed the food in the dining room. However, none of the boys were there by the time I brought the final dish out. I carried that dish to the main lobby, catching the boys separating into different rooms of the house.
Where are you fuckers going?
Part of me wanted to go to one in particular. The others, part of me wanted to leave them and just take the food in my hand to my room and eat. Maybe I could go out today while the boys focus on training. Find one of the incubi.
Fine. We'll do the dating part of the dating thing.
I mean, yeah. Quickly rushed back and grabbed a second food dish before hunting down one of the boys. I looked down each hall trying to figure out find one of the incubi wandering so I wouldn't have to go through each individual room finding them. Pursed my lips in irritation. Where the heck are they? I sighed, knowing that I'd have to search for them in each room, quickly turned and heading up the stairs, began to walk down the hall and opened a random door, peeking inside.
Luckily, oh, God.
Luckily enough, I found Damien in the study.
Oh, she forgot which one the study.
Damien was in Grandfather's study, which I had explored not long ago. Despite only being here for a short while, Damien looked like he knew this room like the back of his hand. Damien was gazing at the pictures and books on the shelf, almost looking lost and dazed. It was almost adorable. Then I realised he was a hell creature. Sorry, an abyssal plane creature.
Who probably feels so comfortable around this room because he just picked up your thoughts when you were going through it.
Yeah. It was almost adorable. I could sense a small hint of sadness in his eyes. Damien?
Oh, hello.
Damien turned to me and gave me a gentle smile, as if he was doing nothing as I came in. I entered the room and closed the door behind me.
I was just looking at the books. They're very interesting topics.
Huh? Look over at the shelf and skimmed over the spines of each book. They were all books about business and psychology, all ranging in thickness. Some crossed over and brought the two topics together, while others were strictly one or the other.
And I like to think they're sorted out kind of with, kind of like a spectrum, and then it kind of merges in the middle.
Did my grandfather read and study all of these? They seem used, but they're covered by a small layer of dust, as if
He's
my
dead.
grandfather hasn't been here for a while.
Humans really study this much? What, read books? Occasionally, yes.
Occasionally, it depends on why we're studying.
What do you mean?
Well, if we're interested in a topic like business, we learn what we can because we want to know more.
Are there things you can't study? Things that aren't known?
I mean, no.
That's not really studying enough, one is it's more you go...
Oh, books.
Theoretical.
Yeah.
It's...
There are books and stuff about anything and everything.
Even the demon world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I found one of those.
I just let me go, oh.
Maybe, but usually those books are considered fiction or religious theory. It was almost cute to talk about learning with Damien. I guess learning was different in the demon world. Fucking hell. Here is a hole. That is your goal. But telling him about learning was almost like teaching a child the meaning of life. I felt myself become a little wiser as we continued talking, because I'm apparently a smug bitch.
Humans can learn anything at any time.
I mean, so long as you can read.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Well, different people learn different ways, but, YouTube's helped with a lot of practical skills.
True. We have libraries and bookstores full of books we can read.
Humans have the freedom to learn anything.
I looked at Damien in confusion. He seemed to look jealous. Well, you're living here right now. There's a book. Go nuts.
Here's a book. Read it, you shit.
What about demons? Can't they just learn what they want? Damien shook his head before looking down at his feet.
Demons don't have schools to learn from like humans do. Everything we learn comes from experience or verbal mentoring. Books are only permitted to be read by higher nobles.
I stared wide-eyed. There were no schools in the abyssal plains? That seemed so unreal, yet in a way I wasn't that surprised.
But you get kind of more of an apprentice system.
Possibly.
The only ones who've ever touched a book are James and Eric, since they're the oldest. Sam and Matthew chose not to read.
Oh. That says everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, what about you? Damien stood silent for a bit before sitting on the ground, leaning against the large desk in the room, when there's a chair right there. I decided to follow along and sat beside him.
You brought food.
Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I brought food. Here.
Thank you.
Damien took his dish of food and began to politely eat. I followed suit. It was painfully obvious that he was dodging my question. What did I want to know? I was very curious.
Ask him!
Ask him! I was curious, so I had to ask. However, Damien looked at me, stopping me from opening my mouth.
Because I'm technically not a noble at all. Dun, dun, dun!
Dun. I tilted my head and raised an eyebrow in confusion. Not a noble, but aren't you all brothers? If the others are nobles, that would make you one.
A bastard! That's what he is.
Yeah. Damien looked to his dish with a sigh. I suddenly felt regret for asking and pushing the topic. Before I could apologise, Damien spoke.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Oh, God, I was right. We're all half-brothers. We only share the same father. Our mothers were all different. James, Eric, Sam and Matthew all had noble mothers who are now queens. I'm just a bastard, Jon Snow. My mother was not a noble and is not a queen. They have a lot of queens, apparently.
Apparently. I could see the sadness in Damien's eyes. I bit my lip. I shouldn't have pushed the issue.
Jon Snow?
I'm sorry? Damien shook his head, snapping out of his thoughts, and smiled at me.
For what? You didn't know and were curious. It's only appropriate to answer.
Still, it was rude of me to pry like that, and I'm sorry. Didn't know what to say. Damien only smiled lightly at me before continuing to eat. As he ate, my mind began to wander to the abyssal plain. What was it like? What did it look like? Was their castle big? How many servants did they have? My thoughts were haunted
that's
by...
the first thing she goes to.
Yeah.
Rather than, well, what would it even be like? I mean, are the laws of physics the same? Or anything like that? No, it's, you have a nice castle.
My thoughts were halted by Damien chuckling. Most likely at my thoughts, I turned red in embarrassment. Sorry.
Oh, man, I'd think up some really weird shit. Just at him.
Yeah, well, that's you.
You keep saying so when you don't need to. It's kind of cute.
Pursed my lips but couldn't stop a blush from running across my face. This was going nowhere. I went back to eating in futility, earning another chuckle from Damien. However, as a groan of pain escaped Damien's lips, I stopped and looked at him in surprise. Damien, you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm just being eaten by demons from the other universe because I'm a psycho. Just...
I heard him gulp down and hide another groan, making me even more concerned than before. Damien?
It's just a headache. I'll get it when I run out of energy. I'll be fine.
He was out of energy. I guess he just didn't take enough when we first met, so it's just enough to heal his wounds.
Oh, God, here we go.